What is something you know is real but others don't seem to believe in? That a bird once flew through the open windows of my car, straight through and out the other side, while I was driving at highway speeds. I was alone in the car and I swear it happened. My reaction: did that just happen? Quote, the amount of people that don't know narwhals are actual animals. Concrete boats. Rare, but they do exist. Everyone I tell thinks I'm winding them up. Restless leg syndrome. People think it's just being a little uncomfortable and not finding a good position to sleep in. It's actually an uncontrollable urge to move your legs that feels almost like muscle spasms, and it is absolutely maddening. Weirdly, if my cat is sleeping on my bed, I can pat him and it makes it stop. I have no idea why. Incurable diseases. I have multiple sclerosis and I hear a lot of things day to day like, you're just too dedicated to your diagnosis. Or, have you tried the Walls diet? Or, have you taken magnesium supplements? Or, you need to be more positive. Or my favorite, it's okay. God has a plan. Having experienced the actual thing degrading my brain for 8 years, done high-dose chemo and a bone marrow transplant, and poisoned my immune system over 200 separate times, I can definitively say that some processes, death, degenerative neurological diseases, autoimmunity, etc., are unavoidable and something people don't always actually have the power to beat regardless of the amount of positive thinking, dieting, or exercise one does. Edit. I just want to point out how multiple people have replied back to try to convince me that my condition is curable, literally proving my point. Open mouth smile. I believe most people aren't actually working in offices and we're all sitting here trying to fake each other out with the goal of seeming necessary. Sleep paralysis. The sensation of déjà vu, whether real or not. OCD can be a lot more debilitating than people realize. Unicorns are fake but giraffes are real. Giraffes. Major depression and a full-blown panic attack. No one gets it unless they've experienced it. Me when I tell people I have aphantasia, I can't picture things in my head. And vice versa when people tell me they can picture things in their heads. The tangible and intangible benefits of exercise. This might off the vein a little, but my answer is, bad things can happen to your child as a direct result of your negligence. People truly don't believe that their child could be internally decapitated, mangled, or die of internal injuries because you didn't enforce the right kind of car seat or even a seat belt. Children 38 are the largest demographic I've seen that are injured in car accidents as a direct result of being improperly restrained. And people don't believe it. They don't believe that not doing any child restraint research and lacking in their own due diligence can lead to their child's death. Source: paramedic. Being unable to force myself to do something with ADHD. It is like I'm physically restrained when I try to force myself to do something at times. How depression can make it impossible to do things. I once made a custom knife for a friend, wrapped and boxed it, then let it sit there for well over a month before I was finally able to mail it. Intellectually I know that it's a very simple task to tape on an address label and drive it 5 minutes to the post office. But I absolutely could not do it. I would get irrationally mad at myself for being unable to complete such a mundane and simple task. And yet I still couldn't do it. That kind of mental roadblock was impossible for me to understand myself, let alone anyone who hasn't experienced it. Mental health issues. It's amazing to me how many people think the brain, the most complicated structure in the known universe, is the only organ that's not capable of malfunctioning. That when you chase the validation of others, the only thing you get is tired. That much of what we remember isn't real. The brain is a sieve, losing memories. It fills in holes of knowledge with assumptions, interpolations, and justifications. That MFer back there is not real. That's all I know.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.